Life doesn't come with a grading rubric.
Unmarked is an open conversation between two international teachers meddling through their life, love, and purpose far from home.
No edits,
No filters.
this is Unmarked.
Happy New Year! Welcome back to episode 8 of Unmarked.
As it's 2026, today we will be talking about our hopes and motivations for the new year.
God bless it.
Yes.
Fingers crossed. Partly it will be connected to New Year's resolutions.
Yes.
How are you doing, Carol, this morning?
Well, actually, look at my crazy hair. We had a staff party last night, so it's a
Slash
Christmas
my birthday
dinner.
celebration.
Yes, and Nika's birthday.
It
So
was fun.
it was a crazy day. We had a field trip in the morning.
Oh my god.
And I think Nika really wanted to kill me for scheduling the field trip on her birthday.
No, actually, I like that because that meant I had no
It
plan.
should ease your teaching load.
Yeah,
that was
true.
my idea.
Yeah, thanks.
But at the same time,
Yeah.
I understand the craziness.
But yeah, to be honest, like last night, I told you that I missed Carol the whole day because we haven't seen each other
Yeah, I went on the morning
Yeah.
session for
And then I
the
went-
museum.
in the afternoon. And there were so many little things that I was like texting her angrily. And yeah, so I missed you.
It was lunchtime, and I bought my sandwich.
And you missed
I
me.
naturally wanted to walk to Nika's classroom.
I'm gonna cry.
Yeah, but I'm like, no,
Give me tissue.
she's not here.
Oh, she's not all.
But I did think if I should just hide inside.
Hide from the kids.
Yes.
That's a good idea. I was thinking to do same in your class.
See,
Last night was a bit wild. What was the theme, Miss Carol?
it was a beach theme party.
Yeah.
So we actually had sand at the display. We had summer clothes underneath and our heaviest winter puffer. I even
Coats.
had my full winter boots.
Same. I was wearing my warmest boots, my fleece underpants. Like we were dressed.
But I liked how we had completely different interpretations of the beach party.
It was so funny because I think there were 3 different interpretations. So
Yeah.
one was definitely Mongolian because, well, a lot of Mongolian staff who was at that party, they were dressed up as if it's a gala show.
They really had very
And I
nice
was like,
gowns
"Oh my
and dresses.
God, they are so beautiful. In my head, beach for me is Sicilian, Italian coast. So I was wearing my summer evening dress and I would put like a scarf because this is what I would do.
Yeah,
But
very
then
resort
Carol,
style. And then I decided that it was Pacific style for me, so I went for Moana.
she had like 2 animals.
I had
like
Kwa
stuffed
and
animals.
Hey Hey. Yeah,
And
like
then
the
the
little
rooster.
pig and the rooster.
And she was like squeezing that rooster. Anyways,
Yeah, it was nice to
funny.
strangle.
It was fun. Did you enjoy the party?
I actually did. How do you feel going into the new year?
Right now, I want to be honest, okay?
Yeah?
I thought at the age of 28, I will have my life figured out. And in 2026, I will definitely be okay. Guess what? I've never been so confused in my life as now.
Now?
Yeah.
Okay.
How about you?
I'm hopeful as ever. I think there's just something special about the end of the year and then going into a new year. And I tend to be excited.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't anticipate big changes because I am still returning to Mongolia after the winter break. But
Please
it's just
do.
exciting. Yeah.
Christmas and New Year's, I generally don't like this period because
Yeah, you did mention.
it is so romanticized in terms of, oh, you should do this, like all of these resolutions. No, I don't like it. That's why I feel like it makes me so confused. But partly, I was just thinking about that with the students because obviously they're too young to do any kind of resolutions. It's our job to kind of push them to make reflections and set goals.
Yeah. There is a system like the SMART goals. It does work with the younger ones just to show them that whatever goals you have, especially academic ones, it should be like specific, measurable,
Yeah.
attainable, that one. Yeah.
Do you do this?
I did it with my students back in Malaysia, so both my year 3 and 5s, but I haven't tried it here. So I think I actually would try that.
Probably ask them to write, writing is tough now with kids. Like if you ask them to write 5 sentences, they'll be
that's
like,
true.
ooh.
But I do find that in general, as a teacher, I'm seeing a trend where students are no longer that goal-oriented, or they don't know where they're heading to. So even a simple question like, what's your ambition?
Yeah.
I remember when I was at their age, all of my friends, myself included, had an ambition. I knew what I wanted to be growing up. And it doesn't have to come into fruition, but for me, for example, I wanted to be a music teacher, like specifically.
That is so cute.
Yeah, and I did try it. I realized I didn't like it. It shaped my entire growing up years. I would go for music lessons. It keeps me on track. And I still ended up being a teacher. It's just not a music teacher.
Yeah. Growing up, we knew what we wanted to try. We were not scared to try. What I think these kids, this generation is struggling with is taking this agency and taking this ownership of their voice, of what they want. They don't even know what they want.
Yep. And they really just tell you, some of them, I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
Or I even have students saying that his friends suggested, oh, do you want to be a doctor? No, that's too difficult.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Do you want to be a lawyer? No. You have to read a lot. And then he's like, I just want to do something easy.
Yeah, that's also the trend right now in this generation of kids. And I'm sure, like, it's not just junior school problem. I'm sure in secondary it's probably worse.
Yep.
At my age right now, I want to try so many new things.
Yes.
You too, right?
Yeah, definitely.
So, come on, kids. Buckle up.
I hope they find their way. They are resilient in different ways, but I really hope that they will find something that they enjoy doing.
That's true.
Yeah.
In our classes, don't get us wrong, like we do have students who
Oh yes, we
really
definitely do.
know what they want, but it's like 5-6 students.
The minority,
Yeah.
right?
True.
Yeah.
Speaking of resolutions, we were thinking to make it in a way that we'll make resolutions for our teaching life and then also for generally personal life. Do you set resolutions?
I actually don't. I've tried it before, but it never works out. But what I've phrased it and reframed it is, this is my professional goals and my personal goals, but I don't have the pressure of meeting them.
Yeah. I think this trend to set resolutions, I don't consider that to be too healthy, because of the pressure, and we're living in a world where people are actually trying to release the pressure, right? So for me, I first started thinking about those resolutions when I watched Bridget Jones' movies. In the series of books and the movies, she's a bit awkward girl. She's like in her 30s, and she starts New Year with getting the diary. It's called Bridget Jones' Diary. And she starts a diary by writing her resolutions, and it's so funny.
Oh.
It's a rom-com, but a funny one.
Yeah.
So she says, drink less, and then she's like with the glass of wine, and then quit smoking, and then smoking. She's not doing anything. So when I watched that first, I thought, oh, I should do that. It never worked. So then I think I shifted it in the direction of goals, and I think it's healthier. And that's okay, we're human beings. If something doesn't work, it's okay.
Exactly. In terms of teaching goals, our professional goals, what do you have in your list?
Okay, something very important for me is to clean my mornings and my evenings. And I think I really want to stick to this in New Year in terms of I no longer want to have any kind of stress emails or stress situations before bedtime and in the morning when I just wake up. And I started noticing happening here this year because obviously parents send us emails, and those emails sometimes can be a bit overwhelming. I will definitely stop checking my emails once I leave work. I come home, done. Clear my evening, clear my mornings.
Yeah.
I don't need any stress anymore.
I actually find that having two phones help. So I kind of have a work phone and a personal phone. Yeah. So then
that joke about that,
why?
like a drug dealer.
Oh yes. When I pull out my two phones, the students in my class will go, ooh.
How about you?
Having attended the IB course, I'm actually quite excited to be embracing the IB way of teaching. So I was a little bit apprehensive previously, but I think I would like to try some parts of it because I'm starting to see that it can be engaging for some students. And mainly, I would be trying to teach concepts over just facts. So how do I shift the priority or the importance to teaching concepts? How do I assess that in students? What kinds of activities can I do? It would be half a year, right, that we've worked with our students. So maybe it's time for us to try a little bit something a little bit challenging, a little bit different.
It's just a cycle, to be honest, and you just have to realize that every year you get those kids. They're fresh.
You have to start.
You start from the beginning. You build, and then obviously now it's the perfect timing. January, February, it's the peak of the year. They should be at that stage. They are more flexible in terms of learning, so you can try more different things.
Yeah, because they're used to you already. They're used to the routines, so it's time to try something else.
Yeah.
We'll see. Yeah.
Let's see. It's a nice goal though. Next year, I want to have more time for lunch eaten, not in my class, not at my desk, in preparing for lessons. I think I want to devote more time in cooking and preparing healthier lunch because I realized that I am now not eating healthy and I want to slow down. That's what I like about Southeast Asian people, because when they eat, the whole world stops. I swear, my Filipino gang, when they had lunchtime, they would have potluck in the room and they would literally like whole hour just eating. So it's a nice culture because for me in Ukraine, we would eat fast and like go. And as teachers, that's how we do, but it's not healthy. I want to change that next year.
That is a nice one, actually. The second one I have is that I would like to set high but realistic expectations for my students and to basically help them set attainable goals themselves.
That's a nice one.
Yeah, because you have students who are higher ability, students who are lower ability. How do I give them that sense of satisfaction that they are moving forward, that they are progressing, right? And I think that feeling is important. Oh, I managed to do this.
Yeah. More differentiated things.
Yes. For fairy tales, for example, I've tried facilitating the EAL students to write a simple paragraph, but I know that it is stressful for them too. So there are lessons where I just say the goal is to write 3 sentences. One describing the character, one describing the setting, and they find more success in that, and then they are happy and they want to write more. So I think for different students, we have different things that we can work on.
It was a health and well-being class, and I said we were talking about differences and how different we all are, and I said you are different not just the way you look or the way you say things, but also how you study. There are students who learn better when they see a picture, right? There are students who will learn better when they do something or listen, right? So they were like, oh, I'm that one. It's the teacher's job, and I think it makes it a bit more challenging because then we need to take more time prepping for different differentiation groups. But again, for the sake of the goal. We have to teach them basically that you should set your goals, like basic ones.
And to have the stamina to achieve that. I've heard this saying, and I think it really helps. So if you are just beginning to teach, I think you should really plan for the average student, like lower to average student, so that your materials and your resources would help them, because whatever helps them would also help your higher ability students. And then during the task, that's when you challenge. And that's easier to do for English. For example, those who are ready to swap words for other synonyms, check for past tense, because they are already okay with the idea. And you're building vocabulary. Or you tone it down for the really weak ones.
But I think we were talking about that the other day. When we have stations in math, I like to mix my students in a way, so in one group it's not just totally lower achievers, not just totally high achievers, which I think you do differently.
Yeah, I do differently.
So the way I see it is I want them to mix, to kind of blend, and I want those who are high achievers, I want them to take more responsibility, because when you explain something to people, you also learn.
Yeah.
So I think when I blend them, it gives more agency to those higher achievers, more responsibility. And then for lower achievers, I also feel like when they hear it from their peer, it sticks better as if when a teacher guides them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? But also your approach when you just set groups based on their criteria, that's also work.
It's not every lesson, so I only have 1 to 2 periods for English or math per week, where I would put them into groups based on their abilities. And that allows me to do guided reading with students based on their abilities. And for math, then I could challenge the ones that need the challenge, and for the lower ones to catch up. So that works well for my situation and my students this year. And I'm not sure if it would work next year. We will see.
All kids are different, so if you're a teacher, you definitely know you try different things.
And when I sit them, like the sitting arrangement, I think it's called the Kagan strategy or something. You would have a similar ability peer beside you, but then a different ability peer opposite to you.
I've read about that.
Yeah, so it helps because depending on the task or the question or the prompt, I would say, okay, speak to your shoulder partner or your face partner. Yeah.
Oh, that's
So they
nice.
have different experiences.
Okay, that's fun.
Yeah, and that was a mixed ability grouping, so that it's balanced. Then we can do games and competitions.
But question, because not always in one class there will be students who will be totally, let's say, lower achievers in all 4 subjects. In my class, what I see sometimes, I have students who are higher achiever in English, but then middle or lower achiever in other subjects. So when you do sitting, it's really tricky because you have to consider all of their abilities, because obviously you're not going to swap seats subject-wise.
I do.
You do?
Yes.
Oh, it's a chaos for my class. You know my kids,
Yes,
so
yes.
it will be a chaos.
But their general seating arrangement is planned based on their cognitive abilities.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's their ability to think and verbalize their ideas. That is how I put the general one. And then when it really requires academic skills, then I would swap. It's still a trial and error for me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same. My last resolution for my teaching life is definitely setting boundaries
With
anyone.
Okay.
With the students, with the parents, and with teachers, definitely. Because I really realized that I'm not just someone. I'm the personality, and I'm an individual, and I'm a teacher, and so please show respect, and you don't have to love me, you don't have to like me, but you show general respect. And I realized not many people understand that.
Yeah, I always tell my students, look, you cannot like someone, but you can still respect them.
I mean, with students, you understand they're still kids, they're learning. Like basic stuff, they come too close, but they're kids, they're still learning. With parents and teachers, like colleagues, that's what really surprises me, because these are adults. So, yeah, setting boundaries.
Okay.
Yours?
My last one is to continue to build my math and English teaching resources. Because in my previous school, I focused more on science and art, history, geography, those kind of stuff. So right now, I'm trying to build units. So for example, poetry units, like what works. And for math, I'm very satisfied with how my time unit is this year. I figured out how to get students to understand the to and past. So I would like to continue to build that. Because it's simpler once you have a bank of resources.
Definitely. But then consider that in your head if you're gonna change the grade.
I am open to that. But building these resources is just for my own sense of satisfaction, to be honest. That's it. I listed only 3 goals for my teaching career.
Obviously, we will have more goals on the way. But I think these are 3 important ones so far in my teaching life. do you want to take a break and come back with the personal list?
Yes, we will have lots to chat in Unmarked, so let's take a break. See you there.
This is Unmarked.
Welcome back to our Unmarked section. I realized that I'm so festive. I'm so in a Christmas mood still.
She is. When I walked into her place, she was playing Christmas music.
Definitely. And then chocolates everywhere, and I'm wearing those horns.
Antlers.
It's a debate still ongoing. So yeah, we're gonna talk about resolutions in our personal life.
You mentioned that resolutions don't generally work for you. I mean, it didn't work for me as well, but I was just wondering, what methods have you tried so far?
2 methods that I've tried so far is making it as a vision board.
Actually cutting
Yes.
or digital ones?
In my early 20s, I was more involved in that, and I would actually like cut from magazines or print something, and I would obviously put some words there too, and then put the phrases. But then the older I get, I don't have more time anymore, so I would now just do the digital one and put this on my lock screen.
Okay.
Which I think I told you earlier that last year's
Just went down the drain.
had to change that. But yeah, also just writing the list with bullet points helps. You?
I've actually tried many ways, and I love journals as a child. There is always excitement in starting a new journal, right?
True.
So I've tried writing in journals, creating bucket lists, cutting and creating a collage, a vision board. I found my old diary when I was 15, 16-ish. And yeah, it's an A5 at this size notebook, and I would just stick things on. I also tried bullet journaling, and I would create those tracker pages. I've even tried Notion, the digital note planning app. I tell you, I've set up my page so beautifully, but then I didn't use it.
Yeah, with apps, I'm old school. I like to write. I wanted to ask you, because I did have a little tradition for my birthday. I would sit and I would write my wishes, what I want for next year. And I realized that one year, so many things came true from that note. I believe in the power of your thoughts and that you just make it work. But have your resolutions, have you ever made them real?
As I've mentioned in the previous episode, the one that works for me, and I've been sticking to it for a few years, is just to have a word of the year. For 2025, it was balance. I think I am pretty happy and satisfied with how the year turned out. I used to be much more stressed about stuff, and I wasn't giving my time in the right proportions to different parts of my life. This past year, I'm trying to reclaim that, and I think in many ways I did. I'm still working a lot, but that's what I like to do.
What would be the word for this year, 2026?
I've thought about it, and this year the word would be authenticity.
It's a big word.
Yeah, I shall unpack that.
Okay.
For me, especially now, it's my first time living abroad, living alone. It allows me the space to discover what I truly enjoy doing and what I want to do. I'm still finding it really difficult to separate the idea of what needs to be done and what I want to do. Even, let's say, hobbies, I have to question myself, do I actually enjoy doing it? Or is it something that I'm supposed to enjoy and therefore I'm trying to force myself into enjoying it?
It's a nice direction
Yeah.
that you set yourself
Yes.
to. Let's see.
Yeah. I'm trying to discover all parts of myself, and basically I want to go out of 2026 being proud of saying, yeah, that's me.
I like that.
Yeah. And also to have the courage to just say no to what you don't want, people you don't want, things that you're not happy with, to just be vocal about it and to put a full stop to those things.
Yeah. That's how we should try to be, not just year to year, but generally have this strength and courage to say no thanks
Yeah.
and leave the room.
And it's hard because if you don't do anything, that's choosing to, right?
Absolutely. Okay, I'm actually
Have
now
you thought?
very curious to see like the end of year and see if we achieve this. For me, my word probably would be meaning. I feel this year so confused and so lost, and partly I feel like because a very important part of my life changed and I entered a completely different chapter, and I feel like I cling to my past. I cling more to the version of myself that I knew, which I no longer am. And then I don't know the future, obviously. So right now in this state, there is no meaning for me.
Okay.
I don't see the meaning of my personal, private life, my career, to be honest. I clearly try to understand my purpose here, right now, like Mongolia. I like to seek for a reason. I don't see that yet, so I hope that by the end of the year, I will be already 29. My God. So I do want to have a meaning in my life. Does it sound pessimistic again?
But what if the point is to search for your meaning?
Obviously, that's the whole life. But right now, as of now, all my family life, my love life, everything, it's just confused and mixed, and I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm lost in between.
You're filming a podcast.
Yeah.
Well, this is something new. But yeah, I understand, jokes aside.
So meaning and authenticity.
Yes.
Okay, I know you set the list of things. Can you just make the hierarchy from least important to most important goal for your new year?
What I've actually done is that I've set goals for 3 areas of my life. So I don't know how to
She went beyond. Okay.
put them into order.
Let's do that.
Okay, I guess the least important, because it's a want rather than a need, would be for traveling. I have a goal to see 2 new countries and to get my dive log up to 20. Seeing a new country is always exciting, and being able to go to a new destination and experience the culture, that is...
I think you're trying to trick us again.
By
Because
saying what?
when you want to go to a new country, I'm sure that country will have a seashore.
Yes, exactly. So I combine it, see 2 new countries and get my dive log.
You are an island girl now.
But look, after getting my diving certification, it basically opened up a whole new map for me. It doesn't matter that I've been to Thailand on land. The sea is a completely different country.
Absolutely, Carol. Definitely. Just please be safe. Please come back safe.
Oh yes,
At the
yes.
end.
It's important that I get my dive logs up because I have destinations where it's my bucket list and I can't go there without a certain number of dives to show that I'm experienced.
Good.
Yeah.
So get this experience, and as I said, I need you to be safe.
I will.
The least important for me would be to let go the idea of perfection and that everything should be perfect in my life, in terms of my laundry should be always freshly cleaned every week, or the flowers should be always fresh. I should always look certain way. No, we need to be human beings. And we have to be realistic. No, I'm tired of that. I want to be real.
Yeah, to hold that standard up for yourself, that's just tiring.
Yeah. Second least. No, how we'll define now.
The second one.
Second one. Okay.
I'm having trouble because one of it is my individual goal and one of it has to do with how I relate to others. Which one's more important?
That's a bit of a therapy.
I think I'll talk about my goal for relationships first. And by relationships, I mean with family and friends. I would want to spend more quality, intentional time with my family, especially when I'm back home, because I don't see them that often. At this age, it's when I realize that, okay, my parents are also turning older. And then my brother, he also has his schedule. So whenever we meet, there is a finite amount of time before I have to fly back here. So to spend a good time talking to them, doing activities that they enjoy, that I enjoy, I think that is important to me next year. And it's so easy to take that for granted when you live with them.
True. You realize that only when you are not able to do that anymore.
Yes, and I realized too that I'm enjoying the company of a sibling more as an adult.
Oh, yes. I do resonate because I feel like having a sibling, you realize only at a later stage in your life how cool that is. Because it's like the person, it's your friend, it's like the closest to you, but also friends come and go. But this person will stay with you, kind of made to stay with you. And it's a connection you will never break.
I'm trying to convince my brother to learn how to dive so that I have a default dive buddy. But
I'm sure your parents will be like, oh my god, it's a cult.
I actually think that they would be happy if he can go with me rather than me myself.
Also true. But then they will have to worry for 2 kids now.
That's true.
Okay, shall we go from sibling being cute topic to something a bit tougher? My second one is to have home in small ways. As an expat teacher, I'm always lacking this opportunity to build home because I always think, oh, it's just 2-year contract, it's just 3-year contract. I don't want to invest because I will leave and I'll have to get rid of it. But what I realized I want to do next year, even though it will be my last year in Mongolia, I do want to decorate this apartment. I do want to buy things because I still live here and I want this to be my home for a sec. And home is not the place, it's the people who make it. So I want to make home for myself for at least just 1 year. And then once it's done, fine, I'll just leave it. I want to be able to let go things easier.
I realize that for you, the space that you're in seems to be quite important to you, right? Like the way you decorate and just the atmosphere.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, whereas for me, I'm really not that attached to a place. So it would be easier for me. So I think it would be difficult for you to start feeling like home.
Yeah. Now, the tough one, the most important one for you.
This is an individual goal, and it's to continue to regulate stress.
Okay.
If I can get that sorted, everything else would fall into place. Once I get stressed, cooking goes away, cleaning goes away, everything falls apart, right?
Like domino.
Yeah, it's a domino effect. So if I treat the root of the problem, which is to manage my stress, then it would help with everything. My health would be okay as well. And find ways that would really help me cope with that.
Do you have a technique right now that works for you?
I know yoga and meditation is supposed to work, but
Does it?
I don't think it really works for me. It's cool to tell people that you do it,
Yeah.
but
It's getting
honestly, it doesn't help me. In fact, what I find helps me is to sing and to have the ukulele with me. That is enjoyable.
Can we do karaoke?
Yeah. And the funny thing is, I think maybe it's because I'm usually very quiet and I'm inside my head. Singing sort of brings that out. Whereas if I would continue to do yoga and meditate, it's again inwards. It's too much.
Yeah.
I mean, I enjoy
Definitely. But
the
for me, it's
internal, but it doesn't bring me as much peace. If I have to calm my emotions, I have to sing it out, I think.
like, we're singing tonight.
Yeah. I want to be that person that is a rock even when everything is falling apart for my team, for my family and stuff, to be calm enough to deal with the situation when it arises.
I have something to say about
Yeah, and in many ways, I look to my dad because he's always that person. He's always so calm and he manages to solve everything. And I think that is a beautiful trait to have. But it has to be real, the not stressed part.
True.
I can't just be on the surface calm, but inside I'm like, shit. Yeah.
Fake it
The
till you
line's
make it doesn't
blaring.
work in this case.
No, I want to be really actually not stressed on the inside and still be able to handle the situation right in front of me.
Yeah. I have my second tattoo was a rock with the sun and the pathway. And I've made that when I read the book. I think it's called When Things Fall Apart. It's a journalist. She transferred to Buddhism and she lived a lot in Indonesia. And in Buddhism, mountain is a symbol of a person. Again, I don't know, maybe there are different versions of
I don't know enough to comment on that.
interpretations, but yeah, so in that book she said that's how you should see yourself in a life. You should be steady on the ground, no matter what happens, wind, tsunami, snow falling, avalanche, heat, you are there. Nothing's gonna crumble you.
Yes.
Yeah, so I had that tattoo. I regret now about that tattoo, to be honest, because it's too big and I wanted that to be smaller, but hey, we learn
big
from our
rock.
mistakes.
Sorry.
You do know how to twist things around, Carol. Yeah, anyways, killed the moment. Sorry. You actually say that? Who are you?
No, I'm just imagining a tattoo of a big rock and a sun and a path. How does that work?
I think I spoiled you. Oh my god.
Oh my god, it's so funny.
But yeah,
I know.
so we are rocks.
No, it reminds me of the trolls. That turn into rocks in Frozen.
Yeah, let's try to be this one new year. Anyways, my last one is to allow life to look different from the plan. And again, since there were so many changes in my past year, I realized that my plan shouldn't be solid. I need to be able to let it go and let myself be more flexible and say, okay, that didn't work, fine. I'll go find another plan.
Yeah, you should be a rock on a movable path.
Carol, I wish you would know how many thoughts I have now in my head. I'm like,
Why? I was thinking a rock on the sushi belt. I had an innocent thought.
I don't think so, to be honest. Like you said.
No, I was legitimately
Okay.
thinking, how does a rock and a sun and a path works?
I will show you my tattoo
Okay.
later.
So to conclude, you shall be a rock in your life. You should be the rock.
Are you talking to the audience right now?
Yes.
You should. You can do that.
Yes. But then, do not roll on a set path. You can roll around in the grass.
Yeah.
Off the road.
Just be confident and comfortable enough.
Yeah.
Steady.
To roll around.
Steady and hard as rock.
That is the perfect metaphor to wrap
That
this
is
up.
true, right?
Yes.
So, on this note, we're going to have the transition to the homework section this week.
And that's all. I'm gonna get coffee.
Again?
This is Unmarked.
Welcome back to our homework section. So today we have to read, to watch, and to listen.
I recommend to read the book that we've mentioned earlier in the marked section. It's Bridget Jones's Diary by Helen. It's about New Year's resolutions. She starts that in every book. She starts writing the resolutions, so it will be fun. That's my recommendation for reading.
And to watch, there is a video, and I actually would recommend the entire channel. They're interviewing this 96-year-old lady, Yeah, and the life lessons that she has. And this whole channel is called The Reflections of Life. And I love watching it because it's so cozy, inspiring, and it keeps me so calm and grounded.
Yeah, you know that everything will be okay at the end.
Yes. And they interview normal people. And that's
Yeah.
beautiful.
It makes me think, in Instagram there is an account, celebrities or just random people laying on the couch, and she's talking to them like a therapist. And it's just really nice format. It looks a bit similar. So, okay, that was a nice recommendation.
Yeah.
For listening this week, I've just played that song for Carol. And then
It's a
Carol,
nice song.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. It's called Shake It Off by Florence and the Machine. And I think that this song is just so light. Again, it's such a simple message. Shake it off, let it go, move on. Leave everything behind, set your resolutions, do that.
It's a new year.
Yeah,
Yes.
It's a new year, a new chapter. Go ahead, try new things. Don't forget to listen to your favorite podcast, which is called Unmarked. Don't forget to share with your friends, leave a comment.
Subscribe to our channel, follow us on Instagram and TikTok. Every
Send us
action
an
counts.
email. I'm still waiting for emails.
Yeah.
I'm an old school.
And tell us your word of the year if you find that to be something useful for you to try. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, share with us if you have any New Year's resolutions. How does it work for you?
And with that,
It was Nika and
Carol,
that was
Unmarked.
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year, goodbye.